conversation, our final conversation. Now, the crisis rocking the People's Democratic Party, PDP, continues to widen as key organs of the party remain at odds over leadership legitimacy. In the latest tweet, the PDP Board of Trustees has kicked against the June 30 National Executive Committee meeting of the party, as well as the return of Senator Anyanwu as National Secretary of the party. Meanwhile, the Federal High Court in Abuja has fixed September 22 for hearing in the seat on the authentic National Secretary of the party. Now, just quick takes, all right? Do you agree with the position of the PDP BOT, you know, about Samuel Anyanwu's return?
No, I shake my head.
Why?
When I think of PDP, I shake my head. Honest, is this the same party that boasted, that prided itself as the biggest political party in Africa? Do you remember when Vincent Ogbulafo said PDP was going to rule, was it for 50 years? 60 years.
But somebody said it meant 16.
Whatever. See, they had better find a way of putting their house together. BOT, of course, I don't even want to talk about Samuel Anyanwu because we know already.
The BOT, they said that what Damagum did was wrong.
Yes,
the media trial was the media.
Everybody.
They think it was wrong.
BOT has its position. Damagum has its position. If you ask me, I would say, why don't you follow the Supreme Court? The Supreme Court said, look, the Federal High Court that ruled that gave the order that Samuel Anyanwu shouldn't have meddled in their affairs. I would, if you want me, I would stay with the Supreme Court. However, I think
did the Supreme Court reinstate?
No, not necessarily. I mean, depends on how you interpret it. The Supreme Court said the lower court should not have dabbled in it. So a lot of people. So it's a party affair. So the interpretation, national interpretation by people is okay. It remains the what's it called now? The party secretary. But please, beyond all of this. PDP just has to find a way. See, it's not this court will not even be the solution to the problem. They should sit down and look
for. There's no way.
Resolve this issue.
Your thoughts.
The thing is that I think there are people who are, whether it's deliberately or so, they want to just be bigger than the party. The party, there's a statute book where the party runs the party. Okay. The National Executive Council has come out to say they are going to be having a meeting on June 30th. Yes. But somebody is saying cancel. It didn't even say postponed. So the question again that Wabara is asking, what power does Damagum have to unilaterally cancel a meeting that has been fixed by the National Executive Council of a party? Okay. So then, again, you have the Sunday Ude Okoye. Yes. You have a one Shetunji or something. Everybody is now looking for the soul of the party. That's what I said.
All right, let me go to BKO. Now, BKO, the court has set September 22nd of September, you know, for the ruling on this National Secretary dispute. Do you think the court will be able to sort this matter once and for all?
I don't think so, because the Supreme Court judgment is clear.
Yes.
The Supreme Court affirms that it's a party affair. You know, the party should decide who their leaders should be. So, by implication, it means that the matter shouldn't have even proceeded in the first place. That's the interpretation that many lawyers are giving it. Now, the reason the party chairman took that decision is clear. He wants Anyanwu to hang on at least for some time. Okay. When they will now take a decision to let him go. But at this time, the crisis, the impasse, is affecting the party's preparations for the FCT elections, for example, because the national chairman has to sign. He has to sign the papers, the
nomination paper,
expression of interest forms, and all that. He's the person permitted to sign. So, and he believes that if he doesn't sign, he could even compromise the chances of the party. So, as far as is concerned, the matter of the neck, it is also the secretary that will give notification. So he's now saying, okay, let's have a smaller meeting. It can be a caucus meeting. It may not be a NEC meeting, so that we can address all of these issues. It's not saying let us not meet, but he thinks that Anyanwu has a role to play in even legitimizing a meeting. That's based on the laws of governing the party. So he wants a situation in which the party can have a smaller meeting, not NEC, not convention, because the convention and the NEC, they are the two most powerful organs of the party. But he's saying let us even have a smaller meeting and address these issues. Let Anyanwu come in so that he can sign those letters so that our people can prepare for the FCT elections. You know, because PDP over time had always done well in FCT elections. So if they lose, if their candidates lose the opportunity to compete because of this disagreement over who should be secretary, then it will not be fair to those candidates. That's the way that Magumi is thinking. I'm not going, he has his own issues, but I can understand what he wants. He just wants to avoid any problem at this time. You know, in future, they can sit and then choose a new secretary. But they need time. Let this person's tenure end effectively, and then you can bring in another person. So he's just trying to troubleshoot before we get to that point.
Exactly.
I believe that the division in the party is the reason for all this. The factions. Wike is on his own side. Makinde is on another side. Makinde prefers that the Ude Okoye comes in fully as the secretary, while Setonji acts in his place. But Ude Okoye should be the permanent, kind of long-term secretary. So that's the way he's thinking. But Wike thinks that, it has to be Anyanwu this time. But legally speaking, Anyanwu has not been robbed of his position. So these divisions are not helping the party.
Exactly.
That's what we are saying. They need to settle down. They need to
for me, I think
they need to sit down.
There are forces that will not want
to
ever.
But anyway, gentlemen, can we just have peace on this thing?
It's not a case for the court to resolve.
But anyway, thank you so much. Paul, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Okay, Charles Adele.
Thank you.
Appreciate you as always.
Thank you.
BKO. Thank you so much. I've really missed you. Okay, I can't wait to have you back. Thank you so much for joining us on Journalist Hangout. And that's all on Journalist Hangout this week. You can watch the repeat broadcast of this episode tonight at 11. Join us on Sunday from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. for Journalist Hangouts on Sunday. We are on YouTube at youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. I am Benga Oreshegun. Bye for now, and God bless Nigeria.